Perfect. We can get started right there. Right. So one thing I found is that a lot of people in service work, especially in body work, they're a little funny about money, right? Like they kind of feel like I kind of feel like maybe because they feel like they're doing service work, like naturally people in this field, we're in this field because we are natural helpers, like we want to help people, like we kind of have maybe like a little savior complex a little bit, like that's just who we are, but sometimes we don't feel like we should get properly compensated for it. And like I was surprised when I saw that massage therapist only make 36 to 50,000. Hold on, so you gonna rub somebody down for your life and you're not at least making $150,000? It just didn't make any sense to me. And so I get excited. I like to teach about money. One of my most popular sayings that you guys will hear me say is that like your price is where your confidence is. Right? But for you to know where your confidence is, you have to understand your value. And a lot of us don't really understand our value. So I approach pricing and making money in this field from a value and a confidence perspective. Like, I don't really care about what they say you should charge and all that. Like, no, it's I know what I bring to the table. I know the value that I bring to the table. And so I charge accordingly and I add tax. Now, for the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to give y'all some real life numbers. Like, all right, so I charge 450. I charge an average of $500 for an hour session, right? And uh trust me, I asked myself the other day, like, how the fuck did I get there? Right? But then I'm like, you know what? Nah, I know I know what I possess. I know what I'm doing, what I'm doing. That's how I got there. You know what I mean? And people pay it. People pay it. I once heard one of my mentors say, it's easy to make a lot of money in a little bit of time than it is to make a lot of money in a long period of time. And I found that to be true. So let's say you're a body worker right now. You're doing about 20 hours of body work, right? And you charging $100 an hour. Cool. So if you get those 20 hours, you're making $2,000 a week, right? But then like you've worked 20 hours. Like you've sacrificed 20 hours. And in body work, y'all, every hour is equivalent to 2 hours. Every hour is equivalent to 2 hours because you got an hour to do the work. You need another hour just to recuperate from the work. And honestly, it's really every hour is equivalent to 2 to 3 hours. So when I got into this thing, I was like, hold on, I need to charge for those other 2 hours. That's how I got to $500. Because I came in at that $100. I was like, oh, I'm tired. I can't do nothing else. I got charged for them other hours. Put a one in the chat if you understand what I'm talking about. If you just resonating with you, throw one in the chat. Y'all, I'm here to preach. I'm here to make y'all believe. And I'm not just telling y'all from theory. I'm not your professor. Like this is what I do. I'm giving like this is what I if I was to charge y'all for this information, I'd probably charge y'all around $25,000. Okay. So that's the first thing that y'all have to understand. Like you don't just charge for the hour that you're doing the work, charge for the other hours that the work has taken up as well. To do the work at a high level, you need to work on yourself at a high level. Your rest and recovery, you got to be able to also do body work, get body work done on you. You need cleansing work. You need times where you could be away. No one teaches this. I don't know. No one teaches this stuff. But you got to incorporate all that into your pricing. Okay. But like I said, for the purpose of this conversation, I'm going to just give y'all some standard pricing. But remember, your price is where your confidence is. What does that mean? I want somebody unmute yourself. What does that mean to you? When y'all hear me say that, what's that saying to you? Just so that we're on the same page.
Your value.
Your value, okay.
What you can offer from a professional standpoint.
My
Your price is where
techniques
your confidence is. Your techniques, okay.
that leads to results, positive results.
When you say your price is where your confidence is, I take that as how strong you are in your abilities, because there are some people out here that they're doing, but if they come off confidently enough and they can, they seem like they know what they're doing, they can charge whatever they want. And if people still coming back and they're seeing results, they could charge what they want. It's where your confidence is.
I also want to add on to what you're saying and say that information changes compensation. Information changes compensation. The more informed you are, the more you could charge.
Okay.
All right. So the state of stretch therapy pricing. So stretch sessions are usually anywhere from, let's say, 60 to $100 an hour. Okay. 60 to $100 an hour. That's kind of what most people and places are charging. 60 to $100 an hour. So that's like $1 to like $1.80 a minute. Okay. Franchises like Stretch Zone, Stretch Lab are charging around $55 to $69 for their introductory offer. Okay. And then independent studios, like mine, I'm an independent studio, charge between $95 to $120 for 60 minutes. And in comparison to massage therapists charge between $70 to $150 an hour. Now, this is what most people do, right? When most people come out and they want to be a stretch therapist, or they first get certified, or they launch their business or their practice, they'll go out there and they'll do this research and they'll be like, okay, well, on the low end they're charging 60, on the high end they're charging 100. I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to charge 80, right? That's the dumbest thing you can do. Number one, that's what everybody's going to do. That's the most logical thing you can do. In business, you can't always be logical. You just need a certain degree of logic. We charge $200 to $350 for that first session. Our average session is at $160. One of my mentors told me before, he said, the best is never the cheapest, and the cheapest is never the best. He talked about the three different types of buyers. The person who goes out to buy a new car, there's a Hyundai buyer, there's a Mercedes buyer, there's a Lamborghini buyer. He said, service the Lamborghini buyers. This is if you want to make more money. Like, I hired him because I wanted to make more money. Okay. So what I recommend is that your price is where your confidence is, and that you charge as high as you can until people are like, come on, that's too much. Okay. Even if you're brand new, even if you're brand new, listen, some of these high-end places that you guys go to, It's brand new people working in that joint. Okay. Now, I'm going to teach y'all the system that y'all can utilize to go in there, even if you're brand new, and charge premium pricing. Because you just because you got the skill set, right? And if you go out there and you try to charge up here, it might not work if you don't have the system. It's the system that allows for you to charge. Two types of stretch therapists, right? You have stretch therapist A, you have stretch therapist B, right? A is just saying, hey, I do stretch therapy. I do stretch therapy. Hey, come get stretched. Come get stretched, right? You go there, there's no intake, there's no assessment, there's no feedback. You just get in there to get stretched, right? Not a whole lot of value given. They're limited in what they can charge. They're limited in like how often a person comes back. You have stretch therapist B who has a whole entire system, intake, assessment, can break down the body, let you know, hey, look, this is what's going on with your body. You tight here, you weak here. You need to go to the gym, strengthen your inner thighs. You need to stop doing shoulder presses so your shoulders can relax. There's two different types. Yeah, I need y'all to understand that. What allows businesses to charge oftentimes is their systems. Is it Ivanor? Ivanona?
Ivernowner.
Ivanona.
Yes,
You understand what I'm saying?
I do. Absolutely.
It's the systems. Don't be ghetto. Being ghetto is just throwing people on the table and just stretching them because you're excited. Marika, you're a PT assistant, right? You have systems put in place, right? And that's what you're trained on those systems, right?
Yes.
Imagine if people just came to the clinic and you just doing anything. Somebody come up with a busted ankle. You just, oh yeah, you got a bust. Okay, let me see it. I mean, unless you Gandhi, like that's not gonna fly, right?
Not at all.
It's some systems. I want you to also understand that stretch therapy belongs in premium wellness pricing. Stretch therapy is still very new, y'all. It's still very new. The good thing about it being so new is that there really hasn't been an established price for stretch therapy. People don't know what to price it at. Like people know that a massage is probably about 80 to $100 a session. If someone says it's $200, it's like, whoa, whoa, what's up? Right? But stretch therapy, the marketplace really doesn't know. But the benefits outweigh the benefits that you get really from a massage or really from a visit to your PT or your chiropractic office, primarily because it's a full body session. It aids the body in what the body already does: flex and extend, increase blood flow and oxygen, has the ability to relax that entire nervous system. All right. So there are three core pricing models, right? So there, when I say core pricing models, like the different ways that you can price your sessions, right? And honestly, they're really four. They're really four. I'll talk about that fourth one last. But number one, there's a single session pricing model, right? So let's say you're getting this thing and you're doing 30-minute sessions and you're doing 60-minute sessions. For example, you can do 30-minute sessions at $65 and you can do 60-minute sessions at $120. Okay. Now, when I first started and as an independent practitioner, I focused more on that 30-minute session. I used to do my 30-minute session around $75, right? I used to do around $75, but and then I would do the 1 hour like around 110, 120. But if I did two 30 minutes back to back, I was making 150. Y'all see how that works? Now, most clients prefer that 1 hour session, right? That's what I find in my business. They prefer that 1 hour session. We do it at $160 for that hour. Okay. Um, the second pricing model are packages. People enjoy purchasing stretch session in packages. I found out that they prefer smaller packages like 3 sessions, 6 sessions, right? Once it starts to get above that, it starts to kind of get into the thousands. And you could sell it at the thousands, but you're going to need to have a processor, like a credit card or payment processor, that will allow you to maybe do like buy now, pay later. Like a lot of processors allow you to now extend the payments, right? Like y'all know how y'all buy something. Like I don't like I buy now, pay later everything, right? Klarna hits me up on a weekly basis. Where my money at? Right? I buy now, pay later vacations, right? Instead of paying that $1,100 Airbnb bill, nah, hit me 6 payments, $200-300. I do that. People, I found out that people are willing to do that, right? Power packages are very powerful. Like a lot of massage therapists, they like kind of have a what I call a retail business. Like they just kind of do session by session, right? But it's hard to really make money when you do session by session. You need injections of cash into your business. So when someone comes into my business, like Paige, that day you came in on last Saturday, right? We sold three people bought 10 sessions, 10 packs. Those 10 packs are 1450. 1450 by three, we bought in almost what, $4,500 that day in just those 10 packs. So there are people who are coming in doing the single sessions, right? And usually your single sessions should be the highest, at the highest amount. If you're not on a package or a membership, you just coming in single sessions, I'm gonna charge you the highest amount. I can't count on you. You're telling me, hey Ben, I can't commit to you. Okay, so I'm not gonna commit to you on any kind of pricing discount. But if you hop on this 5 pack, right? Where now I can take you from maybe $160 a session to maybe $150 a session, and you give me $600 up front, or you sign up for a buy now, pay later, and you set it up with them, they give me my money up front, you paying on the back end. Now I can start to give you your sessions. That makes sense? I use buy now, pay later with everything, even in our academy. It's $3,500. Hey, listen, you can do a buy now, pay later. Get certified now, but pay the shit off later. Listen, the company that we use called Zenoti to do our scheduling and our ringing up stuff. They just launched buy now, pay later, right? And it's so easy. You just it's like Klarna. You put your number, your social security, boom. They say, and they approve 90% of people, right? So now they're basically fronting the money to us. Like I have people that pay my session price $500, but they do 10 payments of $50 a month. You want to come see me once? Cool. Go ahead. Do the buy now, pay later. We're shifting our business to primarily buy now, pay later. Because when you do buy now, pay later, they give you that like if you like Roma. So if somebody can come in, right? And you want to have packages, y'all. The importance of having these packages is that like healing takes some time. So, Paige, if you came in and you're like, I've got sciatica, that's going to take us about 10 sessions. It's going to take us about once a week of you coming in, getting sessions, maybe even twice a week, depending on how severe it is. I don't want you to think about paying every time that you got to come in. So, Paige, hey, and I'll tell you, Paige, hey, listen, there's two ways you could do this. The most expensive way is to do it session by session. The smart way to do it is to do a buy now, pay later. Let's go ahead and get you qualified, 95% qualification rate. You just pay a fraction of it every single month. How does that sound, Paige? You do it, boom, here's your 10 pack. They pay me within 24 hours. Your sessions are taken care of. The money just coming out your debit card on something that you say, okay, cool. They give you up to 18 months. You see why I'm pushing my business towards buy now, pay later? The next pricing model is the membership. The membership is kind of like buy now, pay later, except they pay that on a monthly basis. Membership is cool and is needed. However, listen, when somebody's like, listen, I lost my job, DJT tripping, I can't afford this membership anymore. 70% of the time, no matter what you say, that thing ain't gonna build next month. Y'all know how y'all are. When we say we ain't got it, we ain't got it.
We got it.
But that buy now, pay later, you can't tell a Farmer and Klarna that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hey, listen, you might not have it this month, but listen, hey, here's the late fee. You got it next month. So the buy now from a business perspective, the buy now, pay later on packages, I find to be better, right? But also I find it to be better for the person's care because most people in the beginning, when they first do this thing, they're gonna need about 3 months worth of session. They're gonna need to come in at least once a week to really like recuperate the full benefits. Like this thing is not just a retail thing. It's not like massage where people come in and they just decide they're gonna come in once a month. No, this thing is a thing where you get the benefits the more frequently you do it. That makes sense?
Yeah.
To soften that blow in the beginning, you put them on buy now, pay later, put them on a package. Listen, if they don't want to commit to 10 or 12 sessions, put them on 3 sessions. Let them taste it. We're actually switching our business model to you're going to either come in and pay a very expensive 1 session or you sign up for 3 sessions and let us work with you. There's certain things that have to happen. Number one, I need to assess you and do that first session. I need to follow up with you and see what the results were. How are you feeling? How are you sleeping? How are you moving? Is it sticking? Right. Number three, I need to build a relationship with you. I need to get in your world because it's more than just what the body's doing. It's what's going on in your life. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Paige, does that make sense? Listen, you a client, so you're like understanding the game behind the game. But you understand why we're doing it though.
Yeah, so I'm with it. I'm with
Yeah.
you. I get
Like,
it.
like 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 Christian was probably telling you things to be like, hey, listen, the first one is cool, but we're gonna need to keep doing this page. Like it's more than just about
Yeah,
what you it's life, is what you it's a relationship.
absolutely.
I teach my team, it's like a date. Treat every appointment like your first date. Don't ever let that client come in just thinking that they about to just get a stretch. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So single sessions, packages, and then memberships. And I told y'all that there's one more. There's actually four, right? There's actually four. Kingsley, thank you. Thank you. I'll see you in December, brother. Ooh wee. There's actually four. Oh, sorry, Kingsley. I'll see you in March. Um, that fourth one, which is actually the first one, is your introductory offer. You see, you got to have something. Paige, I talked about the membership. Oh, I didn't talk about the membership model in detail. I'm sorry.
No.
I got you.
And
I
I was a
got you.
little distracted. I have my grandbaby down here. He's upstairs now. So
I
I got
see you. I
my
see you. I
tent, and
see
my
you.
dog was needing to go to the bathroom. There's a lot going on back there. But everybody good now. So
I appreciate you trying to catch
help
the
is
game.
home. So I'm good. You got all my attention.
I appreciate you. Hey, y'all, are y'all getting value out of this? If you're getting value out of this, put a five.
Absolutely.
Put a five in the chat.
Absolutely.
Put a five in the chat, just so I know I'm cooking. Y'all getting some value in this. Five, 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 five,
I'm
five.
cooking
Teach
with
five,
fish grease,
five.
bro.
Whew. That's right. Okay, okay, okay. All right, so let me take a step back. Let me talk about the membership model. Okay, so in the membership model is still cool. And y'all, you want to have about, let's say, about 40% of your clientele be on membership. The membership model is cool because it allows for you to forecast your revenue and your income. Like I know that like when I open a location, I like to have 100 members paying an average of $300, right? I know that if I have 100 members paying an average of $300, and let's say they're paying this throughout the month, the first, I like to put it on the first, so membership is basically where you have people on recurring draft, right? Like they've agreed to pay a certain amount of money on a monthly basis, same time every month, and they've given you the authority to pull it out their account. When I said that just now, something just struck me. Like it was just like, hold on. So you're giving me the ability to go in your account, reach in your account, grab that money ahead of time. Y'all know how wild that is? Memberships are what makes you rich. They said, hey, listen, on the first, second, third, whatever day of the month, you can go in my account, just reach out and get that money. They gave you permission ahead of time. So even if you're a small business owner and you want to start off with just 10 members paying an average of $300 a month, let's say $300 a month gives them maybe 2 stretches or 3 stretches a month, right? So if you have 10 people doing that and you're giving them 2 stretches a month at that $300, that's only what, 10 by 2, that's 20 people, but that $300 a month times 10 is $3,000. And let's say you're expecting that $3,000 to come on the first. That's $3,000 just hitting your account the first. And the thing about membership is that you could just keep adding people to that membership. When I open up a location, I like to have $30,000 coming in before I even open like Bethesda. I'm gonna have people coming in signing up for memberships before I actually do my grand opening. So when I open, I can open with a $30,000 recurring membership base. So now dig this, Marika. Let's say I got $30,000 coming from membership, right? And then I got another maybe 20 to 30% of that money coming in from just packages, right? That packages are cool. The buy now, pay later thing is cool. But the flip side is that you got to manage that money because let's say you got 10 people come in and they pay for a 10 pack of sessions. And those 10 pack of sessions is $1,500. That's $15,000 in your account that month. You're gonna look at your account and be like, damn, that's $15,000. But 3 months later, you're still gonna be servicing them people and they're gonna be coming in and not paying you anything because they paid you $15,000 when they signed up. You got to manage that money. So that's why you got to have a combination of people that just want to come in and just pay you one session at a time, right? You don't do them no favors. You charge them the highest amount. And then you have your people on membership. That's about 40%. The people who come in just like one at a time, that's like 20%. That's 20%. Your membership is 40%. That's 60%. Packages could be what? No, we said our membership is 40 and then other one is 20. So that's 40 plus 20, that's 60. So then the rest of it, the rest of your money, not even the rest of your money, but another 30% of your money is gonna come from packages. And then another 10% of your money should be coming from products that you sell. You got to sell products. You got to sell products. This is one of the products that I sell. This just came in today. It's a magnesium mist, right? And oh, sorry, I got an AI camera. It's a magnesium mist spray. You put it on muscles, it helps you sleep. It's instantaneous. I have a vendor that makes this and I resell it. I put my my difference on it and I sell it. So 10% of what I sell as a stretch practitioner comes from products. Even if you're an independent stretch practitioner, you should be selling products. You got to be selling products.
What is that good for? The magnesium you said?
Magnesium's mist spray. Yep.
What
Yep.
is it good for?
So
What is
you
the
put this
value?
on sore, it's good for sore muscles and it's also good for sleep. Like I have issues sleeping and my body be hurting. So I just on
So
wherever it
kind of
hurts,
like a
I rub it in.
melatonin.
It's like a melatonin. It's a topical melatonin.
Okay, thank you.
Here's another product. It's called a Roga, right? I buy these for $8. I think we sell them for like 18 to $20. Everybody needs all this stuff. If you coming in, you got some kind of pain, you probably have problems sleeping, you probably got some sort of back issues, you need all this stuff. Got to sell products. We sell shirts. We sell teas. If I could find a way to sell weed, I'll sell weed too. That would really, I'd be a drug dealer on the block. No.
There's a
Um,
way.
all right. So memberships. So for memberships, y'all, I'm gonna hit the introductory offer. I ain't gonna forget. For the memberships, y'all, what I've found is that people like their memberships in either all right. I try to make this thing like personal training and have people come in 2, 3 times a week. As good as it feels, people have not equated to, I need to get stretched 2 to 3 times a week. What people prefer is 2 to 4 times a month. They either want to do it weekly or every other week. So when you create your membership offers, create it around what people are already doing, what they feel comfortable with. Don't create something out the blue where it's like it's going to be no. Like people want to do this thing. For those of y'all who are already doing it, people want to get stretched weekly or every other week. So let's say that your membership, let's say that your single session is like 100, just for easy numbers, right? So let's say your single session is $150 a session, right? I would probably offer my packages maybe like at $140 a session, $135 a session, right? I would offer my membership at the $120, $125 session. It's like an incentive for them to sign up for that, right? Now, this is where memberships become very dangerous. 70% of people never completely fulfill their membership's credits. Y'all, 70% of y'all have memberships that you don't utilize. You don't fully fulfill them. You're just paying it. So y'all, on a monthly basis, and with memberships, they expire. With packages, they expire. I only renew packages if they say something. If you come marching up to the stretch off, hey, I bought this, I ain't never did it, I ain't no time, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Let's get you back on. But most people never completely fulfill that. So membership credits become credits that, like, if you have a staff, like I have a staff. Oh, I got income from people who just, oh, you signed up, you didn't do it. We'll call you, we'll text you. Your life got busy, you didn't pause it. Come on. I'll easily give those sessions back to them. If they reach out and they're like, hey, Ben, blah, 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 this happened, I'll give them those sessions back. It's their money. But some people just stack up and never get it. They stack up so many, they'll never be able to finish it. That's what makes memberships powerful. It's forecasted revenue, forecasted income. Like right now, we're good. I know that we have members of the stretch loft. Like no matter what, like that money gonna come in. Like we good. Even if no walk-ins came in, now we got that coming in. There's a certain amount of security that comes with that. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and move to introductory offers. So introductory offers. So you have single sessions, but you have introductory offers. That's another way of bringing people in. An introductory offer simply is like an offer. It's like a hook that gets people to come in. Now in the industry, you're going to find that like places like Stretch Zone, Stretch Lab, they say come in and get a first stretch for free. Come in for $49, $29. That's cool. Like those people, they have teams and staff and the level of practitioner in those type of businesses, a lot of time they're not like somebody who knows a lot. They're like new to the industry, so they'll bring people in and they'll have a main person who do that introductory offer and get those people on membership. It's not a bad business model, but if you're an independent and if you do things like how I'm teaching you how to do it, you don't have to settle for free or $49, right? It actually hurts you when you go that low because what you're telling people is that this is $100, but I'm willing to give it to you for $50. Already, you're already starting off on the losing end. And not only that, but then you start getting people who are looking to get out of pain, but as cheap as possible, right? We've had introductory offers anywhere from $199 up all the way up to $350. I want to service the Lamborghini customer. I want to hire the best person that I can find in there. I want to put the best thing I can get in there. I want to get the best air purifier. I want to set the best vibe that I can get in there. So when that Lamborghini customer walks in there, they're like, oh, yeah, I belong here. And they can tell their friends and family that also drive Lamborghinis to come in there. So in your introductory offer, what I teach, and I'm not gonna be able to teach it all tonight. That's a whole masterclass. That's a whole masterclass, Kingsley. Right? But what you want to do in your introductory offer is that you want to actually set it high. Remember, the best is never the cheapest, and the cheapest is never the best. Okay? You want to set it high, but what you want to do is that you want to itemize what you do inside of that session. It's called value stacking. You want to value stack what you do inside of that session. So in my introductory offer, I talk about how we use aromatherapy. I talk about how we use compressions. I talk about how like aromatherapy has a certain cost. That might be $50. Compressions has a certain cost. That may be $100. The actual full body stretch has a cost. That might be $150. Your assessment has a cost. That's this. So what I'll do is that I'll value stack it so it looks like $350, but then I'll discount it to $199. So you're getting this value for this cost. New client revenue is something that you need to actually have a goal and a metric to track. At the stretch off per location, we need 150 new people we need 150 new people every month that pay $199. And that 150 new people that pay $199 is worth $22,000, $500 to us. We need a certain number of those people to buy packages. We need a certain number of people to buy memberships. And we need all those people to come back. Y'all catch my drift? This is business school, y'all. This is business school.
Brother, I have a question. I was going to use the reactions,
What's
but you're
up?
kind of flowing, so I just wanted to, don't mean to. So I have a question about, so those that you certify that stay on and work with you, and let's say, for instance, they have an introductory uh client that pays 159, they get the discounted rate. How much is that practitioner making off of that 159? Like, how much do you make getting started? You know what
Paige,
I'm
get out
saying?
my business. Get out my business. I ain't telling you all that. Get out my business. Mm-mm.
All right, I'll check you later then. I'm gonna ask you
She
again.
like, hold up. She like, hold up.
You talk about money makes you excited, makes me excited too.
She like, how much she paying on? You crazy. You know that Paige? Why you ask that kind of question?
Without asking how much you paying them, right?
Right,
I'm like, how
right.
much they
Hold up.
making?
Hold up. For business purposes, if you do have staff, you want to pay out about 30%. Now, depending on their years of experience, you can pay them all the way up to about 50%. But the thing y'all got to understand about this thing is that you can afford, so let's say it's $100, right? I'll pay that practitioner $30. But then I'm gonna teach them what to do so that they can keep their tips up. So in an hour session, you should be making another $20 to $40 on top of that. So if I'm paying you 30 and the client gets you another 20, you just made 50 that hour. Right? I'm gonna keep 30. The other 30 gonna go back into the business. The other 10% is gonna go to taxes and all that. So on $100, I'm gonna keep 30. I'm gonna pay you 30. 30 gonna go back to the business because I have people that book the appointments. I have people that follow up with the person. I have software. I have rent. I got these nice chairs. Oh, I can't hear you, Paige.
Have an amazing space.
Thank you. Thank you. That's where your hard-earned dollars go to. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Advanced pricing strategy, value-based pricing, charge for outcomes, not minutes. So y'all, so in the bodywork industry, we've gotten too used to charging by the minute. 60, 90, 120, right? Now, I'm not gonna say try to like do things differently because if that's what the consumer is already used to, okay, cool. But now you have to charge accordingly. Like I said, your price is where your confidence is. I like to charge for outcomes. Like earlier this year, I added a 90-minute session for $550. And I added that because I was seeing that like at the end of the sessions, my clients wanted an additional 10 to 15 minutes just to lay on that table. They wanted to debrief, like they needed that time. So I offered a 90-minute, right? But I didn't offer a 90 just to offer a 90. Does that make sense? Like I offer a 90 to fulfill the needs and the demands of the client. So sometimes, and some of y'all who are already practitioners, you got to kind of look at the session and you have to bill every single minute, but you have to understand what you're billing. That extra 10 minutes you laying on that table, laying on that heated mat, breathing. Oh yeah, that's mm-hmm. Roma's, oh yeah. I paid for that mat. That room is real estate. That room got to make money. That room has an hourly amount that room has to generate per hour.
Right.
Like y'all have to look at things like that. Y'all got to look at things like that. Somebody got to come clean that room every Monday. I pay for that. A lot of time, like when we go and we solicit businesses, they charge us for all the little things that they do. But when we have our own business, we don't tend to charge for that. We have to start getting in the mindset that things cost and we need to charge for them. I held a master class in Atlanta 2 weeks ago, and they're like, okay, you gotta get all your food and beverage from us, no outside food. They wanted $4 for the little Dannon yogurts each. That Dannon yogurt's 60 cents. But I understand that you gotta pay for somebody to go to Giant and get it, bring it back, somebody to take it, bring it across the table, set it up. All that costs. Y'all have to do the same thing. So my pricing is not just based off the service that you're getting, but it's also based off of that. I have a front desk person I need to get paid. I have an area manager I need to get paid. These lights need to stay on. That waterfall need to keep going. I have insurance. I got workman's comp. I have health insurance I need to get. You understand what I'm telling you? So even if you're a one man or one woman show, you got to charge for those things. Some folks out here are doing the work and don't even have insurance. Why? Oh, I can't afford it. No, you ain't charging for it. This is the mindset that you got to have before you even make these changes. You got to have that mindset. You got to have that mindset. Tiered pricing. So tiered pricing, you can adjust your pricing based on the skill or the prime time slots. So, so, so I used to offer stretch therapy sessions, and now I offer energy release sessions, right? And I used to charge the same price. But now when somebody comes to me and they're like, Ben, I want to stretch, I'm going to send them to my staff. Hey, you don't need to pay me $500 for that. For your energy release session, I'm going to charge you 500. But if you want stretch therapy, it's this price. So that's what we call tiered pricing, right? You don't have to charge the same thing. Like your hour should not be worth the same cost depending on what you're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You like your hour can fluctuate depending on what you got to do, the amount of energy that you got to put out. Okay. And then adjust by skill or prime time slots. We know that in this industry, there's slots that are prime time. There's slots that everybody wants. That Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everybody wants those times. You can charge a higher amount for those times. And then you can charge a lower amount for the non-popular times. Like 12 to 5 p.m. is a non-popular time. You can actually set your pricing maybe a little bit lower for the clients who want to work during those times, and then higher for the prime time slots. So let's say on average you charge $100 an hour, right? But you know that Saturday, Sunday, oh, that's when you cooking. You could charge $150 for those days. Tuesday afternoon, you know you ain't cooking, you could charge them $75, $85 for those days, for those slots. Hotels do it. Airlines do it. You should do it too. Why not? Now, that's something that I've not tried doing, but I've done it before, but I've done it with like much shorter services. But, huh, if I was an independent practitioner, I would. If I was an independent practitioner, I would find out what those hot times are, and I would do that. What I have done, Ms. Baskins, no, you don't have to have been to college. You don't have to have been to college. You can, I teach this to people who've gone to college, people who've not gone to college. people who've been to jail, people who haven't been to jail. um, what I have done is that I have hours, right? I have my set hours. And if somebody wants to see me outside of my set scheduled hours, I have an off hours, off day charge. Right now, you can see me on Wednesdays and you can see me on Fridays between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. If you want to see me outside of those hours, this is my off day charge if I accept it. You can do that. Just because you're in business don't mean you need to be running left and right no. You gotta have boundaries. Like if let's say it's 7 p.m. and I don't work at 7 p.m. and now a client wants 7 p.m. That's pulling me away from my family, my daughter, my lady. What I got to do? No, I'm gonna charge you for that. So, y'all, these are called business systems and structures. And when you don't have business systems and structures, you get raped. You didn't take an 8 p.m. client. You tired. Your significant other mad. You ain't made no dinner. Like it's backed you up. You ain't made no money from it. Dynamic pricing. Raise your rates as demand grows. Raise your rates as demand grows. Yeah. So if you're somebody and you've been practicing and that demand is growing, like, you've got a good clientele base, raise that rate. Don't be afraid to raise your rates, y'all. All that happens when you raise your rates is that you lose the people who can no longer afford it and you gain the ones who can't afford it. The other thing that happens is that you get more time back. 4 years ago, when I was doing this thing, I started off at $55 a session. I guess I've 10x to $550 a session. All that happened is that the people who were paying 55 could no longer afford it, but then I started gaining the people who could pay the higher rate. And as I gained the people who pay the higher rate, it created more time. I now have more time. You charge $50, let's say I charge $150. I'm charging $100 more than you, right? One of my hours is 3 of your hours. Cool, you're working those 3 hours, but I work that 1 hour. I have 2 more hours that I could market and find people. I could find somebody else to fill. It's only a matter of time till we both got 3 clients for those same 3 hours, but I made 450 and you made 150. Y'all see how that works? You need time. You need time to get better. You need time to rest, recuperate, get your own massage, work out, eat right. You need time. You need time. You need time. Clients pay for transformations, not just time. Profit formula. Okay, so we talked about covering overhead, your time, your market rate, add premium for expertise as you grow. You want to avoid underpricing because if you underprice, that's going to lead to burnout. If you underprice, that's going to lead to burnout. You underprice, that's going to lead to burnout. You underprice, that's going to lead to burnout. Also, if you're inconsistent, right? Like once here's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to figure out who you're going to serve and how you're going to serve them and how much you're going to charge them. And you need to stay consistent with that. You have to stay consistent with that, right? Like if your pricing is all over the place and who you serving everybody, like You don't have a customer. Paige keeps saying, "Oh, your spot looks wonderful. Your spot looks beautiful." Right? Because that's what my customer wants to see. When I say, "Hey, look, it costs this much," she go, "Oh, yeah, 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 it do cost that much." But if you're inconsistent, if what you presenting and what you charging ain't consistent, and what's coming out your mouth is not consistent, you're gonna have an inconsistent business. You might get them one time, you ain't gonna get them again. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done. The right price equals stress-free service, or no, stress-free service plus professional pay equals the right price. Um, so the setup for your business, right? The setup for your business. Like if you're a stretch therapist, you're looking to get in this. The one thing you got to have is that you got to have one introductory offer. You got to have a good, strong introductory offer. Your introductory offer needs to speak to a specific person with a specific problem to which you have a specific solution to. And you want to make sure that you value stack your offer. Okay. You value stack your offer, you show the value of what you're offering, but then you can offer it at a different price. So your value for your offer can be $500, but you can offer it at $200, right? All this is pricing psychology. So even if you don't understand, even if you're like, yo, can I really do that? Like, I need y'all to really just understand, like, just do it. And like, just, it's already thought about. Like, somebody already did, like, the smart people already did the research. You don't, that's not your wheelhouse. That's what I had to get out the way. I was like, dang, I could charge, I can't charge that. Ain't no, who gonna pay that? Do what works. You want to have two or three packages, right? So you can have like an introductory package, just like there's 3 sessions, 4 sessions, right? They try it out, they come a few times, boom, right? You're building that relationship. And then maybe you have like a 6 or 8 session package, right? Okay, I'm gonna commit to this a little bit, kind of see what it's about. And then you want to have maybe like a 10 to 12 session package, right? You want to make sure that you're using Sunbit or buy now, pay later platforms. There's Klarna, there's Firm, there's Sunbit, there's different ones that you can utilize, right? Um, and then you want to have 1 or 2 membership options. I told y'all, people want to pay, people either want to come twice a month or 4 times a month. Make it easy. If you already have a business and you have all these different pricing options, clean that shit up. It's confusing. One introductory offer, 2 or 3 packages, 2 membership options, right? And I'm telling y'all this because I've done all this stuff before. I've had 10 different packages, 5 different membership options. This shit's confusing. Confidence matters. Remember, to increase your confidence and increase your compensation, you need to increase the amount of information that you got. And then you have to know how to articulate that information to your client. The key point is you want to be as simple as possible. Keep it simple. All right, y'all. So, next steps, next steps, next steps. So, next step is if you're already a practitioner of some sort, you want to apply tonight's models in your business, right? Maybe apply. Hopefully, you guys taking dubious notes. So, go and apply this model into what you're doing. Okay. Number 2, you want to simplify your offers, right? When I say simplify your offers, don't have a bunch of different things on there. Like at the most 3 or 4 things, really 3. Simplify what you have to offer. All right. Now, do we have any questions? Was that helpful to anybody? Throw a 1 in the chat if that was really good. Matter of fact, don't do anything yet. Don't do anything yet. Don't do anything yet. Don't put anything into the chat yet. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely amazing, one being I want y'all to give me a matter of fact, let's make it from 1 to 5. 1 to 5 is easier. Scale from 1 to 5. All right. I want y'all to rate tonight's class. Just rate tonight's class for me. It's important that I know. And don't be afraid to give me a 2 or a 1. Marika White. Okay. All right, let me see. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Cool, 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 cool. Cool. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. 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 Yeah, Lanisha, last week I was tired. I was tired. Where was I last week?
Tulum.
I was in Tulum last week. I was exhausted. No, no, last week I had to do it on Thursday and I had just gotten back from Tulum
Right.
and I was exhausted. I came off that, I was like, man, I was tired of shit. I don't even know what I talked about. You see, I asked y'all to give me a rating last week. I was like, I don't know. This hopefully they picked it up. I don't know if they did. But so I would just love to just kind of just get a takeaway. Just get a take. How many sessions is the master class? Master class is usually just a day. But I would just love to get a few takeaways on something that you learned, something that you taken away, something that stood out to you. Let's keep it short, like 15, 20 seconds. But you can definitely unmute yourself. Let me know what your takeaway, please.
All right, Ben. What's the name of the company? I think you said Zenoti that you use for Klarna payments.
So Zenoti, I use Zenoti, but also just a lot of different companies also now offer buy now pay later, like Square offers it. Zenoti is my booking software, and that's booking software for companies that are at scale, like franchise-based companies. So if you are a single or just a mini operation, they may not be the best fit for you. But companies like Vagaro also offer it, and I think just about every single CRM, like booking software, has some sort of buy now, pay later option on it.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Any other takeaways or questions?
And I had to take oh, I had a patient to call me when you were talking about the packages. I know you gave some recommended pricing for the single sessions. Did you give recommended pricing for the packages?
It really depends on what you're charging, but I wouldn't take more than 10% off of whatever your single session is. So if your single session is $100, I wouldn't go more than $90 on those packages. So for per session. So and I would give them maybe like $5 increments, right? Like maybe like 95, then 90, and maybe at the lowest 85, which would be 15%. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to cut into your margin too much. The stretch formula. Okay. 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 So so yeah, so I do these classes every Wednesday. James, you got something to say? Tamara, got something to say?
I had a question. I wanted to ask, what are your like strategies? I think my biggest issue right now is marketing my services to people. Like I've made business cards, I've been posting videos and getting people to help me edit those and stuff. And but all the videos that I've recorded have been like free sessions for people. So like I just want to know like what more could I do to push my marketing to get clients?
That is a whole nother marketing call. That's a whole nother class.
Okay,
That might be a
understood.
master class, but that's a great question. But Just to give you something to walk away with. All right. Marketing. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So your marketing efforts should focus on getting people to know you, like you, and trust you. For you to do that on a daily basis, you need to be introducing yourself tomorrow, right?
Yes, that's the pronunciation tomorrow.
And what do you do tomorrow?
I'm a stretch therapist.
Okay, you're a stretch therapist. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have a target market that you serve tomorrow?
Um, like like a certain demographic, I would say I've
Yeah.
been trying to gear my services to athletes and the geriatric community.
Okay, tomorrow. Great. So athletes, right? Which is not a community that I suggest that you go after. They're very tough. But what you have to do is that on a daily basis, you need to come out and you need to tell people who you are, what you do, and who you serve.
Okay.
Right? When I first started, hi, what's going on, y'all? My name is Ben. I'm a stretch therapist. I'm located right here in Riverdale, Maryland, and I help people get out of pain. If you're struggling with pain in your body, your joints, your muscles, I'm a stretch therapist and I can help you get out of pain. Just shoot me a text or give me a call, 202-897-1013, and I'll be able to help you out. And the thing about marketing is clear messaging mixed with consistency plus a strong offer is what you need to have. A clear message, a clear and consistent message with a strong offer is what you need to have. The key word is consistency. Business cards don't work. They're a waste of fucking time. I don't have business cards right now. Right? So the elevator pitch. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Ben. I am a holistic stretch therapist. I help to get the issues out of your tissue. If you've been suffering with headaches, migraines, sciatica, low back pain, hip pain, if you've been to your chiropractor, your physical therapist, your massage therapist, and they've not been able to get you out of pain, I'm your guy. I'm located right here in Riverdale, Maryland. Go ahead, shoot me a text message or a phone call. So there's a struggle, and there also has to be a structure to your messaging, right? And your marketing. In every single post, I'm telling a story, I'm talking to someone, and then I have what's called a call to action. This is what I need you to do next in every single post. So y'all can be out there marketing, but you're not maximizing the marketing. You might be putting out a post, but you may not have a call to action. You might be putting out really good quality posts, but you ain't talking to nobody. You just talking to everybody. So the person's like, oh, who? Your marketing has to speak to people. Your marketing needs to push certain people away. You got to have an avatar. My avatar is between 45 and 65 years old. They're a woman living in Prince George's DMV. They stressed out, they tired, they burnt out, like, they've been everywhere. My language speaks to them. You'll never see my marketing, me talking about come and increase your flexibility. That's not what we're about. My client don't give a damn whether or not they can touch their toes. Can you get this pain out my back? Anybody have any other questions?
Yes, Ben, you started talking about systems, and the two things you mentioned, one was intake, the other was assessment. Was there something else to go along with it, with that system?
Bro, there's systems for everything. There's systems for everything. A system and a structure is essentially the steps that make the process work. So there's a system for acquiring new clients, right?
Okay.
Like the system for acquiring new clients is first attention and attraction, right? Attention. So I create content that grabs attention and attraction, and then I take them to a questionnaire which qualifies them, right?
Okay.
Which they're basically telling me about themselves. And then there's a system that either gets them to book themselves for an appointment or to wait for us to reach back out to them. And then there's a whole nother system for what we say when we reach out.
Okay.
So these are systems and structure that make everything that we do work. So, now I gotta make a pitch to y'all. And I had a pitch in my head, but I'm not gonna make that pitch just yet. I'm gonna refine it a little bit. But what I am gonna do is that I am gonna invite you guys to join me either in December in the DMV or in March in Atlanta, and to come out and get certified as holistic stretch therapists. And to do that, the process starts off with you guys putting down a deposit to hold your seat. Okay. The course is $3,500. It's only $3,500. That's $3,500. Okay. And of course, you can pay that up front, or you can stretch that out over 18 months and pay that off as you learn through our buy now, pay later platforms. But the first step to becoming a certified holistic stretch practitioner is once you sign up, we send you the online course materials where I break down some of these concepts a little bit deeper. Okay. In our course, I teach you how to stretch. I give you high definition video of each stretch step by step. And y'all, I teach y'all the basics. It's nothing complicated. It's something that you watch and you apply and you do. Okay. Stretching is very intuitive. That means that once you start doing it, you can start remixing it. But you got to know the basics just to start off with. So I teach you the basics. And then the next thing I teach you is how you can set yourself up as your own practice, as your own business, as your own person. Um, Whether you want to do it full time or you just want to do it part time, it's important that you set yourself up professionally, right? Because when you set yourself up professionally, like you go out, you get an LLC, you obtain insurance. Both of those will cost you less than $500. You get your table, right? And then you start to practice. You can show up professionally, and when you show up professionally, and you know what you're talking about, you can charge professionally. But if you just somehow run around with a table, excited because you got the stretches, like no one's gonna take you seriously. So I give you the information so you can set yourself up. I teach you exactly how you can price out your stuff. I teach you what you need to be saying on your marketing. I teach you how you can charge HSA, FSA, how to set up your memberships, how to set up your Instagram. I'm just on here tonight just to tell y'all the possibilities that's available in this field. Like y'all are asking questions, which are great, but you need the breakdown of those systems, and the breakdown of systems are on those courses. Melinda, it's a self-paced course. I've had someone buy that course on a Friday and start taking clients on a Tuesday. Y'all are in different places. Some of y'all are the body workers. Some of y'all just got into body work. Some of y'all ain't never touched the body in your life. You start from wherever you are and you start to practice. I started this thing from wherever I was at 10, 11 years ago, and I just started practice today. This is what I do. Now I own a seven-figure stretch company. What happens in person in December? So after you get your online course in December, when you come in person, we actually teach you how to do the intakes, how to do the assessments, how to do every single stretch. You get the opportunity to be in the classroom with me and my team and working on different bodies, right? By the end of that weekend, you have the confidence to go out there and start to offer this. But before December, y'all, You should have obtained the table and you should have been already been practicing. This ain't something that like if you're a procrastinator and you got all kind of fear and you got all sort like I don't like working with those kind of people. If you're somebody who makes a bunch of excuses, get away from me. Because your excuses are only going to cost you more time and money because you're going to come back a year, 2 years like, oh, I've been thinking about this. It's been in my dreams. Yeah, but now this should cost $10,000. And maybe now you need a license. Now you really got to go back to school. Or you can get involved now, take this shit seriously, learn how to do it, start doing it. I don't care if you got to go get a job at one of those places, stretch zone, lab. We don't give jobs at the stretch law of like, you got to really want to do this. This got to be your life. You could do it part-time. I would say start off part-time. Don't quit your job. No, stay at that job. Even if you don't like that job, stay at that job. Build up your skill sets. Build up your skill set. Build up your skill set. Build up your skill set. Instead of getting that second job, learn how to do this. Build up your skill set. In one of these webinars, I talked about the different ways, the different niches that you could serve. Like, yo, when I started, I did parties. I would go to places where there had 3 or 4 people, and I would stretch those 3 or 4 people so that way I can make all my money in one place. Build up your skill set. Get nice. Get nice. And listen, if you don't have a job right now, you have nothing but time. I told y'all what fascinated me was something I learned over the weekend. I was trying that shit the very next week, and the shit was working. People crying, they paying, they bringing their family members. Like it didn't take me very long to be like, oh, I got something here. All right. So to if you have an interest in becoming certified through the Stress Off Academy, um, um, and whether you are close by or you're away, the the announcement that I wanted to make was that we have made the decision to make this an online certification. So for those of you who are not close, okay, we're actually going to allow you guys to actually get trained and get certified online. The ultimate goal is still to come in and learn this in person, which we're going to start traveling around the country and also in different parts of the world offering it. So you still have that opportunity to come in person. I believe that this is something that you need to have someone like myself who can train you, who can show you. Like that's how I got to where I got. I had people that trained me and showed me. You can't go get nice at this thing just by yourself. Even with all the compliments and testimony, you need somebody to show you new things. But in getting started, we are offering it as an online certification starting off. We're putting that together right now. And most likely what that'll look like is that you guys would have to go through our courses and then submit case studies and also get sign offs on people that you guys have worked with, as well as do a recorded video demonstration showing that you understand how to do the intakes, the assessments, and the stretch. Okay, and so this is something that we're very excited about. We're going to be launching. I'll talk more about it next week. But for right now, the way things work, if you guys are interested in joining us either in December or in March, which I only take 20 students in those classes. Okay, it's $3,500. I only take 20 students, I believe. Uh, I've, I've got 10 seats left in March, and I've got 6 seats left in December. Okay. If you guys are interested, like I said, the easiest thing to do is to grab your credit card, swipe it, and just put it on there, do it, and forget it. Okay. Or if you are credit worthy, all right, what you do, you only really need about 600. You can apply for one of our Affirm, Klarna, Sunbit. Like there's ways that you can get involved. This is not something that you could just go to a website and get involved in. What you have to do is that you have to reach out to us and you have to talk to Hillary, right? Hillary is my assistant, and she's the one who processes all the applications. She'll talk to you, she'll answer some questions, any question you guys have, but she'll basically process your application, whether you're paying with your credit card or you're doing an in-house payment plan or you're doing a buy now, pay later. She'll take care of that. The one thing that I'm gonna tell y'all is don't let this thing pass y'all up. Don't let this thing pass y'all up. I appreciate that y'all been on here. Some of y'all have been coming week after week. Do not let this thing pass y'all up. Okay. Good night, Paige. Don't let this thing pass y'all up. There's multiple ways for y'all to get started. Those of you already practitioners of some sort, this might be the blessing that you've been looking for. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our hotline on here. I'm going to put our hotline on here. And what I want y'all to do is if you're interested in discussing about the next steps, whether it's jumping in one of our online courses or it's going ahead and registering for Academy, okay, I'm going to put the phone number on here. And this goes to Hillary and I. And I want you to go ahead and I want y'all to text us tonight. All right. I'm actually going to stay on here as y'all's text messages come in. Um, and let us know. I want y'all to text us Academy if you're interested in joining the Academy, or if you're interested in online certification, text us online certification. And what Hillary will do is when she comes in tomorrow, she'll reach out, find out the best time to have a conversation with you. Okay. And you guys will schedule a call and we'll get you in there. That's 301-918-5680. Okay. And after y'all send the text, just come back on here and just let me know text sent. Let me know text sent. And I'll make sure Hillary reaches out to you. All right. In the meantime, do we have any other questions? Kings, I see you have your hand up.
Yes. So when you were talking about the next steps, and you said that like to simplify offers and things, like you said, give people like 3 to 4 options. Does that like include like the mixture of the like aforementioned pricing strategies, or what do you what did you mean by things?
So what I meant by that is, all right, so you have your introductory offer, right? I'm
Yes.
talking to you. I need you to
Yeah.
talk back to
Sorry.
me.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you have your introductory offer. That's a separate thing on its own. That's just the offer that is used to get them in-house, right? Once they come in-house and you've done their session, you want to have three options that you send out to them, right? That you present them. I would say you want to present 2 options for a package and either 1 or 2 options for a membership. So the option for a package that I like is like 3 or 4 sessions, right? That first package option could be about $400 to $500 to $600, something that they can break up into payments. The next option is like 10 or 12 sessions, something that'll take them 10 to 12 weeks. Some people prefer to just do package. Hey, I don't want you in my account every month. Just here's the money, right? One thing that I do is that I'll make them sign up for the package, but also sometimes I'll just make them pay half of the package up front and half of the package in 2 weeks. Does that make sense? You follow me?
Yeah.
Because that package, like that 12, our 10 pack is 1450. That's going to take 10 to 12 weeks. I'll split that into 2 or 3 payments for them. Right? But before you can even get to that point, that's all a part of a system. That system involves intake, assessment, a wow session, and then feedback off of the assessment, and then price presentation. These are all systems. You can't just stretch them and then be like, yo, what you want?
Yeah.
Are y'all understanding that part?
Yeah, you gotta
Y'all
be.
understand that part?
Yes.
Because some of y'all have people in front of y'all, but y'all are fucking up the deal. You ain't got no system on how to do it. There's no structure. What gets people to pull out that money and pay is structure. Let me tell y'all something. This webinar that I do on Wednesdays is a part of my client acquisition structure for the academy. You see, it takes about 5 to 10 hours of information digested before somebody can make a decision on how much they're going to pay me. I know that my price point starts off at about $3,500. You see, if I just talk to you one time, some of y'all gonna give me that 3,500 up front. Some of y'all need to keep coming back and digesting this information. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
That's why I'm on here. I give it to you. I used to charge you for this, but I give y'all this information for free. The information is on me, the implementation is on you. When you digest it, it starts to make some sense, and you start to be like, you know what? Shit, um, here's my money. Y'all can do the same thing, and y'all should do the same thing with your clients. See, I do this because y'all were just taught, some of us were just taught a technique, but then they didn't teach us the techniques on how to monetize it. This is the techniques on how you monetize it. So even if you somewhere you're only making $2,000-3,000 a month, you should be making $8,000 to $10,000 a month, but you don't have the systems and the techniques. Kingsley went to the masterclass in August. Now he signed up for March. Thank you, Kingsley. I saw your application come through the other day. And he's been on a few of these calls. That's the way it works, y'all. I'm giving y'all the game. I'm running the game on y'all, but at least I'm telling y'all the game. Yeah, Arvanana. It's yeah. It's somebody had listen, somebody taught me how to do this. Yes, a very nice one. Somebody taught me how to do this. I came on these calls and figured out how to do this. How do I get people on these calls? So I'm gonna give y'all the information all day long, but it's up to y'all to implement this shit. I'll send y'all the recording. It's up to y'all to implement. Some of y'all been in business for years, and this is the first time y'all are hearing this shit. No one ever talked greasy to y'all. No one ever told y'all, listen, you could do this, you could do that. I'm sorry, Miss Baskins. Go ahead. Go ahead. I get carried away.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute, recordings. Um, I was typing something. My brain is so the recordings. So you said you can send those. How far back can you go? For
Mm,
or just this one? This
mm,
the one you'll send?
mm,
Yeah, because this was a
mm.
lot right here, and it sounds like we might get a little something different in every time you come.
Just come back. Just come back. Just come back. I can send you this one, but just come back. It's gonna take. I feel like if I gotta send you the rest of them, I gotta charge you because I gotta do some work.
Uh-oh. And
I'll
then
send you this one, but just keep coming back. Next week, I talk about something different. I just want y'all to know what it is before y'all get into it, and I want y'all to be well informed, and you know what I mean. Like get into it with confidence. Like this is what builds your confidence.
because I'm gonna sign up for December. I mean, I was kind of looking at you online, so I'm like, ooh, so that was good that you like right in the DMV, so that um, so yeah, oh, for the academy, is that what's the difference? So if I will I have to do all of that other homework if I sign up for the December academy?
What
You know,
all what
like
other homework?
like like you said for the online people? Like they had to do a whole lot of stuff with
I never,
studies
I
and
didn't
all
say a
that.
whole lot. I didn't say a whole lot. It's about 7 hours of recorded information. You can look at it on your phone, your lunch break, before you go to bed, in the morning, while you're in the bathroom, while you're making coffee. Go through the course and then go through it again.
Okay.
Right? Like let me this is how this thing works. It's like the law of attraction. Like the more that you immerse yourself in it, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it works.
Okay.
But if you get it and you sit and you make excuses, you ain't gonna get it.
Right. Okay. And then I had a question, like, so my people would kind of be like people that are like me. I'm like 50 and I have arthritis. And so, are those the type of people that you work with? People
Mm-hmm.
that, okay, okay,
People just like you.
okay,
50, hurting, arthritis, been to the doctors, tired of the shit.
okay.
Hmm.
All right. It sounds good to me. So
Some
I
of my
did,
earliest said they want to work with athletes, and I was like, that's the worst group to work with. Y'all, it's the people who are 55, 50 to 60s. That's who has the money, got the pains, been everywhere. Those people. Yeah, of course. Everybody want to work with athletes. I work with the Ravens. It wasn't fun. It wasn't, it's no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They cancel them appointments most of the time. They're never available. If coach says go do this, like, no. Them people and living in the suburbs who go to work, who've been working all their life, that's who buys this stuff and buys it often and understands it. Okay. Let me see. All right. Okay. Any other questions, y'all? I'm gonna
I
try
I
got a
to-
have a
question.
question.
Okay. Is it Tequila?
Tequila.
Tequila. Go ahead, Tequila.
Okay. How could I work in the medical field and all my nurses that I work with, none of them have no type of healthcare regimen of their own. So something like this, how could you market that to them? Like my nurses, my techs, like people that are lifting and pulling patients and just we're always on our feet, we're always doing something. And I tell them, I joke about it, but I'm so serious because I tell them when I get certified, I'm gonna get a piece of all y'all check, because how are we not stretching and when we're lifting people every day, all day, 12-hour shifts?
That you just sold it.
Oh.
You just sold it. Like they already have an existing problem to which they don't have a specific solution to.
Right,
You talk about the problems and you present the solution.
right. Okay, okay, because I was like, I'm like, it
And
just
that's
blew my mind.
perfect. Nurses got money, pain.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They got money and they got pain.
Yeah, yeah. And you look over, they're always, twisting and turning their neck, bending over throughout the shift. And I'm just like, why can I wait? Because I feel like if you're especially in that field, you should have something on a regular, like clockwork. We need to be doing this clockwork because there's no way you're doing this for 15 years and you've told me you've never been stretched.
The bigger part is not even about being stretched. It's nurses are caretakers, and caretakers take on the most amount of energy. They get the most amount of energy transference from other people. And so they burn out quickly, right? Most
Hmm.
nurses, you touch them, they're hard, they're stiff,
Yes,
tight,
yes.
they're tense,
Uh-huh.
right? They take a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
and most nurses, from what I've seen, soothed by buying shit,
yeah, they do.
right? They need this. They need this.
Yeah. So also too, like I like a lot of energy work. And I feel like too, being in the hospital, you're surrounded by sickness and a lot of death. And so I feel like when you touch these patients, you take on a lot of this stuff and you don't even realize you're carrying this energy. Is that something that could be incorporated in that too?
That's why you got to come in December
I'm
or
coming in March, Ben. I
March.
promise you. I'm
Well,
about to
no,
slow walk it and come.
I'm just saying that because yes, like a big part about this is that you are touching people. There's energy transference, like there's different things going on, and you need to learn how to release that. You need to learn how not to take that on. And
Mm-hmm.
it's almost impossible not to take it on.
Mm-hmm.
There need to be
Agree.
certain practices that you do to cleanse yourself,
Yes, absolutely.
right? And so we teach those practices in class. That's not something I can teach you online. I mean, I could talk to you about it, but
Yeah,
you
that's
need
a
to
in person.
understand and experience that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm all for it. I'll see you in March. You can see me in March.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
hmm Any other questions, y'all?
I have a question.
Brandy, what's up?
So I currently charge I charge 135 for a 60, and then and I am opening up a suite, and I want to go up. So I want to still keep mobile services, but I want to go up on that and keep the suite services at 135.
So you want to provide, so you currently charge what?
135 for
And
mobile.
you
And
work out of a suite, right?
I'm starting to work out the suite next week.
Okay, 135 mobile, and you're starting to work out of a suite next week. And so what's
Mm-hmm.
your question?
I want to keep the 135
Mobile,
for no, for suite. And
Okay.
then I want to go up on mobile.
hmm
What would be a good range to go up on the mobile to?
So I'm just going to give you a standard answer.
That's fine.
So, okay, so number one, where are you located?
In Richmond.
In Richmond. Okay, so how far are you willing to go?
So, outside of anything,
From your location, how far are you willing to go?
so I cover right now Richmond, Chester, Henrico, Hanover,
And how far is that?
probably about 25, 30, 40 minutes from my house, depending on the traffic.
Okay, so let's say 30 minutes. So you want to go out about 30 minutes, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
I go out further, but the 30 minutes I don't charge them for to travel. Anything outside of that, because I have people that want me to come to Tidewater and all kinds of places. I charge them for travel.
So then what would you charge for travel from your house or your office to somewhere 30 minutes away? If you were to charge.
So I charge the standard mileage rate if I'm going to like Tidewater area. So it's
And
the
how much is
standard
that?
70 cents a mile.
What I would do is I would have a flat fee if it's within 30 minutes, and then I would have another fee if it's outside of 30 minutes up to a certain time. So outside of 30 minutes, I would already have a flat fee, whether it's 40 minutes or 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But furthermore, like if you have a suite, I would stop providing mobile services to individuals. I would only provide mobile services to groups. So if I'm coming out to you, like I would have a flat group rate, like I need to make at least $800 or at least $1,000, and I need to be there for at least this many hours to
Okay.
cover that, right?
Okay.
And because the thing is, if you're traveling from your location to go meet somebody, like you're burning 30 minutes and then you're burning 30 minutes there, burning 30 minutes back. Who's paying for that?
Right. Mm. I'm eating
So,
that.
and then you got overhead at your suite. And if you're at your suite and you're traveling away, no one's at that suite working.
Right.
Somebody got to be at that suite working. So the only time, so if you already have a location, I would focus on filling up that location completely. The only time that I will send somebody out is if I have somebody else that works for me where the suite's full and they can go out and do mobile services. But if you're going to do mobile services, you need to incorporate your travel time there and back, and you need to focus on doing it in groups. I would only service groups.
Okay.
Yep, you and three of your friends, or an office building, or this is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That money's paid up front.
Okay.
So now, if let's say it's one person and three of her friends or whatever, right? You don't have to charge four different travel fees. Nope, I'm coming here and you just charge a setup fee. I'm coming here, setting up, providing service for the groups. You make more money that way.
Okay.
That's a whole nother class too on how to do that. But yeah, if you do mobile, I would just focus on groups. It
Okay.
takes the same amount of time to find a group as it does to find one person.
Right.
Like if I wanted to serve mobile here, I would just ask on here, all right, y'all, hey, go ahead and just throw a three in the chat. Just out of curiosity, just throw a three in the chat right now. If you would like for me to come out and service y'all for your next birthday or for your next family event, your next friend event, just throw a three in the chat real quick. Right? So we just had what? There's four people who've thrown a three in the chat. So let's say my group minimum is four. I now have 16 people that I'm a service.
Mm.
You see how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Versus looking for 16 people.
Right.
You can go to somebody's house or event and make a quick $800 to $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
That makes more sense for you to leave your studio and go there. But if you're leaving your studio to go to one, that don't make no sense. Sometimes we do things that don't make no sense and eats up our dollar, and we're like, damn, I've been working all day. I ain't made no money.
Right. Yeah, that and so I am cutting back on I was cutting back on the mobile days instead of because I was just doing mobile at first when I first started. So now I'm like, this is it's a lot. Like, you
To
know,
go see one person is a lot. To go unload
yeah,
the table is a lot.
yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. And
Or
then
you
some
can focus all
people,
your efforts on, if you to focus all your efforts on doing parties, you might not have gotten a brick and mortar space.
mhm,
Because now you're just booking parties and you can have a party minimum. You could be like, hey, my party minimum starts off at 800, 700, $600, 800, whatever.
mhm.
Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? That's how you do it.
So you're saying,
Whoever's talking, you muted yourself. Tomorrow?
oh yes, that was me. I didn't want to speak out of turn. I apologize. I was asking, so you're saying like being mobile isn't the most efficient way to start?
So, okay, all right. Mobile
Can I?
one is not the most efficient way to start. Mobile one on many is the best way to start. One on many could be go somewhere where there's a lot of people. Stop looking for just that one person. It takes the same amount of effort, time, and energy to find one person as it does to find a group of people.
Can I say can I add something to that?
Mm-hmm.
So the for me when I started mobile, I wasn't working full time, and I've ran spas before, so I needed like I had been out of work too long, and I needed to do something. So mobile was easier. I didn't have to worry about an overhead, and I got out there and I put myself out there, and it worked. I
Mm-hmm.
got I in a week's time I made over $2,000,
Mm-hmm.
and I only serviced like maybe 7, 8 people.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say yes, it's a lot of work, and he's absolutely right. You make more money in groups, but when you got to do what you got to do, you do what you got to do.
You do what you got to do. That mobile, listen, I built my first stretch off of doing mobile clients. But that's why I asked, where are you at? Right? I did mobile clients during the pandemic. Everybody's at home, highways clear. I'm not worried about traffic, parking, none of that. But in the midst of just real life, parking, traffic, hauling that table up in 90-degree weather for one person, it burns you out. You got to charge 2, 3 times what it really costs. You know what I mean? If you're gonna work with one person, I would charge an ultimate price. But if you're gonna work smart, I would just do groups. And the groups was fun. I'd go there, we'd be drinking, they hitting J's, I'm hitting J's. We just having a good time. Listen, that's what the mobile was about. It was a vibe. It was more fun. I would go there one time and I would leave one time and go home. I got my money in my pocket. And I work when people were most available, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'd make $2,000 between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, last question, then I got to roll. Kingsley.
Um, for like the group setting for charging them, would you consider like if you're working, I'm a massage therapist, so I I'm like you said before, I'm trying to go where the people are. So I would like to um go into like well, right now I'm just really doing it to market myself, but I'm going into like gyms and like or I want to do this to do go into like gyms, athletic training facilities, and try to target those athletic populations. But I'm gonna look into other populations for sure based on what you just said. But would you price the like partnership with these places like gyms and athletic training facilities? Would you consider those groups? Like would they'll get the groups pricing or no? Depending on what they're looking
Places
for.
like that, places like athletic training facilities are more so places where I go to look for leads. I go to look for individuals, right, to expose the work. Uh, Groups would be more like if I went to a men's softball league, if I went to a men's pickup basketball league, right? Where, those are people who are there for a specific reason and what I have can directly help them, right? But also groups are gatherings, small gatherings, right? Like I would offer spa parties. I'd offer or just offer something. Hey, look, everybody come and get a face massage. Everybody come and get a back massage. Right? But also groups a lot of times are people who have home space, influence, and network. People without money ain't setting up no group for them and their friends to come get it done. No. People with money are, hey, come set up in my basement. I'm gonna have friends here and they can all get a session. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. 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 All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all what we're gonna be talking about next week. Make sure y'all hit up that line. Hit up that line. Next week, we're talking about how to find your ideal client as a stretch therapist. All right, how to find your ideal client. So join me next week, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm be teaching y'all how to find your ideal client, right? Not everybody's your client. And if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Okay. You got to have a specific person for who you have to find a specific person with a specific problem to which you have a specific solution to. Okay. And then you have to service that person. And to service that person, you need to know what their pains are. You need to know how to describe their pain. You need to know where they hang out, what they're about, right? Now you got to get all in their business. And so that's what I'm gonna teach you how to do next week. Those of you guys that are interested in moving forward, whether with one of our courses or getting certified, I dropped the number on here earlier. I need y'all to text that number, either text online if you're looking at one of our online program, or text Academy, or if you're looking to join us for our Academy. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next week. Keep on coming back. All right. Thank you, everybody, and y'all have a good night.